We are in the Roadshow kitchen this morning with David Gravino from Iggy's. We're making Iggy's clam cakes. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Nice to have you here.
Thanks for having us.
There's nothing more Rhode Island. I mean, you know, people think of Rhode Island, they think of clam cakes, they think Iggy's. That's got to be flattering for you.
It is. We really appreciate that.
And now you're going to reveal your secrets.
Yes, actually we will. We'll talk a little bit about some of the secrets.
All right, let's, you know, if somebody wants to make Iggy's clam cakes at home, what do we need? Let's go over the ingredients.
You need some chopped clams. You need an Iggy's clam cake mix.
Okay.
You also need a little bit of salt, pepper, a little bit of water, and a little bit of clam juice. It's very simple.
So anybody can really actually do this.
Anybody can do it.
Now, you were telling me off the air, you know, about the clams that you guys use in the clam cakes.
Yeah, it's a mid-Atlantic clam. It's a sea clam, and it's chopped up. And we get them in when they're processed, and they're fresh clams. They're great.
And does that have a different taste than, you know, something we'd get here off the coast of Rhode Island?
No, they taste just as good, sweet. They're really good clams.
Okay, and now we have you have your own mix here to make the clam cakes. This is really the main base of this clam cake, right?
Exactly, and the mix has flour in it. It has baking powder, baking soda, a little bit of salt, and actually some whey, which is a milk powder.
Okay, a bag like this, how many clam cakes is this going to make? If I'm having a party at my house,
it's going to make about 2.5 to 3 dozen cakes.
Okay, and then the other thing is we have the fryer later over here. But you know, if somebody's at home right now saying, "Oh, I want to make clam cakes," you know, tonight, what else can they use?
They can actually just get a pan and fill it up about 2/3 with oil. And have a thermometer so you can cook it at about 310 to 320 degrees.
Okay, all right, and that's all we'll need, and we'll be ready to go.
That's all we'll need, and you know, for people at home, if you don't want to season it with the salt and pepper, you can kick it up a little bit with some cayenne pepper,
okay,
or whatever you have in the kitchen that actually will help you with the seasoning.
Very good. Okay, we have our ingredients. We are going to get cooking in just a little bit. In the meantime, back to you.
Now we're going to be heading back to the kitchen. How's it going, Michaela?
All right, well, we are back in the kitchen with Iggy's, and I gotta say, you're so known for your clam cake, so much so that you were featured in this month's issue of Rhode Island Monthly, which covered some of the best clam cakes in the entire state. What was that like for you?
That was great. We really appreciate everybody voting us best clam cakes. One of the best clam cakes in the state.
Sure. There's so many to choose from. It's hard to pick just one, but yeah, if you can see here, this is the article that you guys were featured in. They went to a lot of different places. So tell us a little bit about the history of Iggy's.
We started in 1989. My dad worked for the original owner. It used to be called Gus's. And in '89 we needed a name, and my dad's license plate was IG6, and as kids we called him Igg. He never really liked it. And then when we took over the place, we needed a name, and I said we should call it Iggy's.
Oh, wow.
The name took, and 24 years later, here we are.
Yeah, such a popular spot. And remind everyone, too, you guys have 2 locations, which is nice.
2 locations. We have one in Warwick, and then we have another one in Narragansett. The Warwick location's open year-round. Narragansett's March through October.
Okay, great. So definitely go out and get your clam cakes and your Doughboys and everything else. And you guys are actually up for a Best of Award this year as well. Tell everyone at home what you guys are up for.
We're hoping we can get Best Clam Shack, or Best Fish and Chips, or Best Chowder, or even Best Clam Cakes. Again, we've won it in the past, and we thank all our loyal customers. You know, they're truly the backbone behind Iggy's, and you know, I have a great staff. I mean, we couldn't do it without a great management team, a great staff, and just awesome customers.
All that teamwork coming together, and of course you dish out a great product, one of which we will be finishing a little later in the show, and then of course trying it.
Great.
My favorite part.
Great.
Thank you very much for coming in and providing me with the early breakfast. All right,
Thanks
we're going to finish it up in a little bit. Back to you.
We are back in the Roadshow kitchen this morning, cooking with Rhode Island Monthly. David Gravino from Iggy's. We're making Iggy's clam cakes this morning, and we are ready to go.
All right, great. So we're going to take the fresh chopped clams with the clam juice. We're going to add a little bit of water.
Okay.
We're going to add the Iggy's clam cake mix.
The secret recipe.
The secret recipe.
The secret recipe. Put that in there.
We're going to put that in.
Okay.
And can we get that mix at your place? Can we purchase it there?
Yes, you can. You can get it at our place, or you can get it on our website, iggysdoughboys.com.
Perfect.
Or you can also get it at Shaw's and Dave's Market.
Oh, really? Okay. All right.
So a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper.
Right.
Now, if you want to make it spicy, you can put some red hot in here, cayenne pepper, whatever really your taste is going to allow. So then you're going to fold it in.
Okay.
And one of the other tips I would recommend is never use a blender to do this. and you want to fold it in.
Okay.
And
So
you
don't mix it.
Don't mix it. You want to fold it in, and you do not want to over mix it.
Okay, and you want to use the spatula, not like like a whisk.
Not a whisk.
Right,
Definitely
okay.
a spatula.
Okay. All right, we can do this.
Can you?
I don't know. We'll see. I'm giving it a shot.
Very good.
And what's the consistency that you want this in? You know, when it's done.
When it's all done, it's actually going to look just like this.
Okay.
It's going to be airy. It's not going to be too wet or too thick. You have to be able to work with it.
Okay.
You also want to hold together enough too, because
Exactly.
if you're going to drop it in the oil.
Exactly. After you're done folding it all together, you actually let it sit for about 10 minutes, and then you're ready to fry them.
Oh,
And
okay.
it almost becomes like a batter, right?
Exactly.
Like cookie batter.
Like cookie batter.
Right.
And you could always substitute the clams for scallops, shrimp. We've had people put lobster instead of clams in
Oh
it.
yeah, where
So-
are they? I'm going
So
to
whatever
your
you
house.
so whatever you want to put in, you could put in there.
Whatever you want to put in.
Okay.
Oh, that's nice. Or you could kind of do a medley of everything.
Exactly.
Seafood cakes.
Now you want to try dropping a few of these?
Okay. And you have a small, a little ice cream scoop here.
Exactly.
Is that enough?
That's
Should we
great.
filling the whole thing? Okay. Now I'm getting nervous because
I'm stepping back.
I've been warned many, many times to just be very, very careful of when I'm dropping them in.
Very good.
Oh yeah, I got it. Mainly because I'm very nervous about getting.
And Dave, you were saying if someone doesn't have the fryer later at home, you can just a regular pan with some
A regular pan,
some oil in it will do the trick.
some oil, and you want to get it to about 325 degrees.
Okay, so make sure you
Okay.
have the temperature.
What will happen if the temperature is wrong? I mean,
If
does
the
it start to
temper-
stick to the bottom? What-
Exactly. If the
Okay.
temperature's too hot, they're going to cook on the outside and not be cooked on the inside. And if it's too low, they're just going to fill up with grease. And then that's why sometimes if you go to a place and they're greasy,
That's why.
It's probably because the temperature
The
wasn't right.
temperature's off. So having that, what did you say, 325?
325.
That's important. Okay.
Very good. You're a natural at this.
Thank you.
Now the weather's going to be great after today. Let's get through today. Going to be
Exactly.
busy down at Iggy's.
Exactly. Come down. We're open every day from 11 o'clock. And visit us online. Check out our online store.
Sure.
And I'm going to pull out some of the finished
Okay.
products.
Let's see what we got.
Let's do it.
Let's see. You're doing pretty good over there.
I'm making
Yeah.
a dozen. So one more.
Now, David, I have to ask
Order
you:
up.
is this how we make the Doughboys too?
The Doughboys are made similar to that.
Right.
But the Doughboys are actually made in a blender.
Right.
And we have our own recipe for that too, and we sell that in the markets. But another trick to Iggy's is all our items are cooked in their own
That's what I was going to ask you.
fire layer.
Right. So you have the Doughboys in one thing, the clam cakes in another,
The seafood in another.
Right.
Even our appetizers and French fries are cooked in a separate oil. And there's
Serving
never,
separate.
That's nice.
never no cross-contamination.
Right. Okay.
How long do we cook the clam cakes for?
About 7 to 9 minutes.
Okay.
Once they set up, we'll sink them with the little sinkers over here.
Okay.
And like I said, once they're golden brown, they come up,
Yeah.
and you can use them and dip them in some chowder, or you get some dipping sauces over
Now,
here.
what
What
sauce
do
do
you
we
have?
have?
Yeah, what
do
do
we
you
have?
bring along?
We have cocktail sauce over here, and then we have a New England tartar sauce.
I gotta say, the only thing I've ever dipped a clam. Usually, I just eat clam cakes by themselves. The only thing I've ever dipped in is chowder, so I'm going for
This
it.
will be all right.
I'll go. You know what? I'm going for the tartar sauce here. Here we go.
This is still hot. Mm-hmm. I'll try this here. See how this is. Give that a shot.
Nice and light.
Oh yeah, good crunch to them too.
Well, that's good. Nice and doughy.
I know they're great. But like you said, with the
you.
temperature, they get that nice crispiness around the outside, but they're still cooked all the way through. This
you.
is delicious. Don't forget to pick up your Iggy's clam cakes and maybe even make them at home. You can find the recipe at WPRI.com.